Today is harvest day, just like the day before and the day before that. And I think the day before that, but this field seems to have already grown. What we want to do is make sure that our cattle are good because it's been a few episodes since we took care of those guys. And I want to go ahead and get started on harvest. Now we've got a couple grass fields like over here that are ready to go, but we are not doing those anymore. We're going to be doing hay on 39 and 36, and we're doing regular grass that's going to be turned into silage on field 40. Now, field 35, 37, and 38, these are all corn and they're ready for harvest. So maybe let's start with that. We're going to be using the Reaper Combine. I do have a header for this. I'm just not quite sure if it's appropriate. So it's this little guy. We've got enough money to buy a new one if we want. I think this is a 9 meter, which, I mean, to be fair, it's fine. I think it's a case as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's a case header. So yeah, I think we may keep this. Nothing says get out of my way quite like beacons, strobes, and a Reaper. This is quite a big field. We've taken a few other fields, and I think this is the first time maybe that we've harvested the entire thing as it sits. Let's see what it's going to give us. It says potential yield quality, 72, 59. I'm not quite sure. And that one says 14. So we may be in a bunch of different fields at this point, I think. Yeah, why don't we just see? I don't think we're going to be getting 72. I think it's going to be a lot more than that. We also want to make sure our straw swath is enabled because, well, money. It's all about money. Running in, start it up, and the straw is flowing. Yeah. The header, I think, is good, but for this first pass round, oh, that's a lot of straw as well. I think something might be broken. That's a little bit too much straw. Oh, no. I'm glad we didn't go for a bigger header. Yeah, so a couple things. Well, it's not 17,000, that's for sure. We're doing okay, 24,000. We got a little bit of deer corn here and there, but that's all right. 25,000, it'll probably be closer to 26 or 27 by the time we finish one pass. Now, that's fairly normal. What's not normal is this straw. Look at that, it's half the size of the combine. I don't know what I've done. I love it, but I don't know what I did. There's just so much straw coming off of very little corn. Yeah, don't know what's going on. Love it, and we're gonna accidentally do too much. Yeah, it was an accident. That's the one. We're not done with food yet, but I think I've got a good idea of how we're gonna do a worker, and you're looking at it right there. Wow, that's so much straw. Uh-oh. Thank goodness this is 4-wheel drive, because we'd be stuck. Go, come on. Do a little bit of off-road and combine harvesting. There you go. So I think that's going to be our go-to right there. What I will do, we are going to need to run 3 passes around this field. However, the third time I come around, the next time, when we're down there, we're going to go ahead and hire him up on a worker. That way it tries to line it up straight for us, and maybe eventually it'll get around to here. We'll be good to go. Hopefully I don't get stuck in the woods. I got stuck. All right, so this is what I'm talking about right here. We can see the line where everything wants to be. So let's hire worker. I think I hired worker. Yep, did hire worker. And then we're just going to kind of go up and down, back and forth like that. Let's see, fire him. Go through here. Good. Spin around, do it again. It's not the easiest way. I could probably do this myself, but I need to do other stuff. We have a field to mow. Yeah, stop looking at me. We're almost to the end, but I feel like I've had to sit here and baby this thing for a little while. That's what we've got. And all I want to do is hire the worker here so he can just do it all himself. But yeah, I feel like I would have accomplished much more if I would have just harvested this whole field by myself. So if you're like me, just don't worry about workers. Just do it yourself. With the aforementioned exorbitant amount of straw, I am curious to see how the worker's going to do at the very end. I figured I'd bring you guys along to this because there's no way that this is going to work out the right way. You going to do it? You want to do this the right way? All right, let's see how they do. How big's this pile going to be? Not bad, but he didn't back into it, which is very important because he could have gotten stuck. And he definitely would have. All right, let's finish this last little headlet right here at the top, or end row, whatever you want to call it, and we'll finish it up. All right, now that idiot number 1 is on his own, which would never backfire, now we need to get some mowing done. First, let's start with the big field, because fortunately for us, when you mow, the grass drops on the ground. So I don't need to worry about picking any of it up right now, and it's all going to be belled anyway, so whatever. But it's still gonna have to be done. Let's get in here. I'm gonna kick all of the grass to the inside first, then on our other pass the other way, we'll kick everything towards the outside. That way, we make one nice big old swath, and we'll be good to go. We're also gonna fast farm this because, well, of course we are. Hang on a minute. I see something through these trees that's not supposed to be like that. He got to the end, I think, of one row. Yep. And stopped. Yeah. Why do I get the feeling that this is gonna happen many more times? I should probably just babysit him till the end of this field. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna limit the speed a little bit, about 12 miles an hour, something like that. Maybe he won't get so far down and have to stop. Okay, this field is done, at least the part that I'm gonna do to it. And let's come over here. We'll hire a worker and let it go, let it go. Let it go. I'm listening to Christmas music and February. Leave me alone. Hire the worker. This guy looks like he's doing pretty well. I think the worker has decided that they want to do things the right way instead of the wrong way. So let's go find something and bang some bells. How about that? I may have also forgot about the other field, so we're gonna have to do some hay. Every time we've done this field, I've gone through and I've utilized the rear hitch on the back and made hay doing it that way. But it does tend to be a little bit not difficult. Just, man, it takes a little while, bro. It takes a little while. So instead, what I'm gonna do is we are going to do this field exactly the same way as we're doing the other grass field. And then I'm gonna come through with the old International, and I'm gonna TED this field. Now time to hire this guy up on a worker, and this is not one that I normally do. So I've had to bring it down here because, well, otherwise it just doesn't work. I also need to turn on my map so that I can go 270 degrees. There we go, perfect. All right, I don't think I need to babysit this anymore. Combine harvester's still going strong, but it's probably about time that we fire the worker, or at least do this ourselves. Or we can let him keep going. We can go TED. Ooh, I might do that. Let's use this guy. Now, this was one of the first tractors I bought for this farm, but we never really used it. It's a nice tractor. It's International 1066 Hydro Farmer Steph. Yeah. But we didn't really ever use it. It's cool. It's cool to have a tractor like this on farm, but yeah, it is what it is. So we are going to utilize this to take care of all of our tedding needs. There are a few little spots like this one that may give us a couple troubles, but I don't think we're going to have too much trouble. So we'll start them off about right here. Now, you know what? Let's point it this way. We're also going to come through with that baler here in a little while. Yeah, there we go. We'll come through with the baler here in a bit, and it should be able to pick up all of this. Not just part of it, but it should be able to pick up this entire swath. At least that's what I hope. I really hope. I bet this would be one heck of a ride. In the time it's taken us to do one full pass on this tractor, our swather has done 5 passes. Good job, buddy. But in those 5 passes, every 2 are technically 1 for me now, so we may end up catching up to him. We will see. It does seem like we're going about the same speed. I think I may be going about 1 mile an hour faster. I think the swather might go about 18. No, we're going about the same speed. Okay, but yeah, you can tell we're gonna catch up to him real fast. It's 1-to-1 now. All right, we do want to babysit here just for a second. So we've got this done. You can see our tractor down there. He's got one more pass going back and forth this way. So what we're gonna do is try and set it up to where we could go down through here, and we'll have one pass straight down and everything else will be nice and normal. I think this is gonna be the best thing for us. Perfect. Now all we gotta do is kick everything back in and we are good. So it looks like that's gonna stop right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this. There ain't nobody stopping me. Bam, 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 boom. Got it. I wonder if I could take this little bit right here and, well, I guess it'll go there. All right, whatever. Let's hire this guy up, and then we should be done with this pass right there. Speaking of being done, corn's done. Ayo, nice. There are some bits here at the end that have not been done well, but you know what? We can hit that. We got 185,000 liters, which I think was probably a culmination of all of those numbers we were getting. If you remember earlier, we were getting some very interesting sets of numbers. But this kind of, I don't know, makes it make sense. Yeah, so this field done. We got a lot of corn. And because we got a lot of corn, we can actually take this to our corn dryer, dry it, and then we can make like that super fancy flour. Yeah. Looks like nobody over here wants to work. This is the only thing we're gonna have to cart, so we'll go ahead and dump this into our truck and be done with it. And back to making hay. Okay, so hay's done, which is a great thing. Oop, we need to turn that off. We've also got a few other guys still in the field, like this guy. He's running. We've also got some bales to make, and we need to take care of our animals. The animals are doing fine, but we're going to need to pay them a little bit of attention. By the way, is that door open? That door does open. Why does that door open? There's no reason to open. Doors are opening around here, and we're going to be making bales. The next time you see us, guys, we are going to be making tons and tons of bales. I mean, look at all of this hay that we have made. All of the grass that's being made. This is all going to be silage. And you can't forget about the ridiculous amount of straw that I accidentally made. Wait, is that corn? We have more deer corn than I thought we did. Man, he missed a lot. We've still got quite a bit to do here, but I think the good thing is harvesting may be just about over. Get that sign. Haha, rough road. Yeah, it is. We've still got quite a bit to do. Here, let's go ahead and babysit this. We need to feed the animals. We need to double check our productions, make sure everything's good. So in the next one, oh, out of pace. So the next one, we may be focusing more on taking care of those animals, getting silage done, that type of thing. So we'll see you then.